right, tonight we made a copycat of the Hamburger Helper Oriental version, and it is delicious and it will take you right back to your childhood. Let me show you how I made it. Well, you guys asked for more Hamburger Helper varieties, so we are remaking the Oriental Hamburger Helper version tonight. I've got a pound of ground beef browned. I'm gonna mix up the seasoning mix next. That is gonna be 2 tablespoons of cornstarch. That gives it that slurry texture that you remember, well, it helps if it all comes out, that you remember about this dish. It gives it that glossy, beautiful texture that we love about sauces in Oriental dishes. 2 teaspoons each of bouillon. I would recommend beef, but I don't have any. And I make my own chicken bouillon. Beef, I've been asked 100 times how to make it. It just uses a lot of things that are not practical for me, so I've never really worked on that. So 2 teaspoons of garlic powder, 2 teaspoons of onion powder, 1 teaspoon of ginger, ground ginger, a teaspoon of black pepper, and a ½ teaspoon of brown sugar. You can use white sugar if you want to. Either one will be just fine. Okay, so that is the seasoning blend. I'm just gonna give that a good mix up together. And then we are going to work on the sauce. I've got my 1 pound of ground beef cooked and drained. You can use whatever ground protein that you want to use. I'm gonna add 2 cups of water and 1 cup of milk. I'm going to add a 1/4 cup of soy sauce. I really wish I had some sesame oil right now. That's one thing that I think this dish benefits from, and I'm out. And you guys know, I hope by now, that I use what I have on hand. So I'm not going to buy something special just so I can make this dish. And then you need about a tablespoon of Worcestershire. Notice that I did not add any salt to, it's probably good. I mean, I could measure it, but I didn't. I didn't add any salt to that spice blend because 1, your bouillon has salt in it. 2, soy sauce is salty, so hold off on the salt until you cook it and taste it. So to that, I'm going to add that full seasoning mix that we made, and I'm going to remind you that you can mix these seasoning blends up in bulk and store it in your pantry. That is what Farmstead Comforts, my cookbook, has a ton of those. And then when you're ready to cook dinner in the evening, it's something easy you can go to, grab that jar out of the pantry and just put together. Okay, and then to this, we're gonna add 8 ounces of dry pasta. You could use lo mein noodles, you could use spaghetti, you could use anything, whatever makes you happy. I just had some thin fettuccine that I'm going to use tonight, and I broke it up into pieces that are probably 3-ish inches long. And I'm just going to stir this around, make sure everything's down in that juice. It smells really, really good, y'all. And I'm gonna let this simmer covered until the pasta is done, and then I'll show you how we finish it off. Okay, I let it cook covered, simmering until the pasta was tender, and then I killed the heat and let it sit for 2 or 3 minutes for that sauce to thicken up. It's got that beautiful, thick, glossy sauce that you would expect. The thin noodles, it's gonna remind you of having this dish growing up. It's that nostalgic flavor that we don't wanna buy the box mix. We wanna make it ourselves. So that's what we've done tonight. Okay, here's how we're gonna finish it up. I'm gonna put some in a bowl. I am going to add some green onions that I went out to my garden to get. I'm going to add some white and some black sesame seeds on top. And if you don't have that, here's what I'll tell you. Do you have some everything but the bagel seasoning somewhere in your pantry? Because guess what it has in it? Black and white sesame seeds. And that's what we're gonna call dinner tonight. So let's taste it and see what we think. I can promise you Mark's gonna put crushed red pepper on this. If you like spicy, go for it. Mm. Mm-hmm. That's really good. I hope you give it a try. Have a great day.